My mother and her boyfriend forced me to eat cat litter and my own vomit. My name is Gabriel Fernandez, and this is my story. I was a little boy with bright eyes and a hopeful smile. In the seemingly ordinary town of Palmdale, California, my life began with innocent joy and curiosity. But soon everything was about to change. My mother, Pearl Fernandez, and her boyfriend, Isoro Aguirre, were the main characters in the nightmare that defined my life. It began slowly. At first it was just words of contempt and ridicule that I heard from them. Then the beatings became more violent and the rage in Aguirre's eyes made me feel terrible. Day after day I was the target of their uncontrolled violence. My body became the plaything of their aggression. They hit me with their fists, beat me with belts and tortured me with the butt of a pistol. My skin was covered in bruises and scars and every breath I took was painful. But that was not the worst of it. The darkness that reigned in our house knew no bounds. I was tied up, held captive and deprived of my basic needs. Isoro Aguirre tortured me in unimaginable ways. He forced me to eat cat litter and feed on my own vomit. I was humiliated, treated like an animal and forced to crawl on all fours. Desperate, I sought help. I told my teachers about the torture I had endured. I hoped they would save me. But my cries for help were ignored, dismissed as mere disciplinary measures or not taken seriously. Those who could have protected me failed miserably. On that fateful day, the nightmare reached its climax. Isoro Aguirre was out of control and decided to push me to the limit of my physical and mental endurance. He tied me naked to a pole and beat me mercilessly with a belt. Each blow sent a searing pain through my body and I could hardly breathe. I screamed in agony, begging for mercy, but my cries went unheard. On May 22, 2013, my cries were silenced forever. Only 8 years old, I could no longer bear the suffering that had happened to me. My body bore the marks of the cruelty that had been inflicted on me. Isoro Aguirre was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to death. Pearl Fernandez pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. This means she will spend the rest of her life in prison.
Worldwide, more than 3/4 of all children between the ages of 2 and 4 experience physical or verbal violence at the hands of their parents or guardians. That's 300 million boys and girls, and the number of unreported cases is much higher.